Hi guys, welcome back to Sherman's Kitchen. A pleasant good night to each and every one of you. If you're visiting my channel for the first time, I would like to welcome you to my channel. One of my viewers' ingredient pick for this month was cassava. So Sister Shanna, the ingredient that you pick was cassava. So this recipe that I'm doing tonight is for the request that you made for cassava. So hope you like this recipe that I'm doing, and please share with me in the comment and let me know I ever had cassava this way before. To prepare the cassava, I'm gonna start first with peeling it. Remove the brown thick layer on the top, and then I'm gonna wash these thoroughly. Cut them in halves because it's easy to cook that way. I'm adding the cassava to a pot with boiling water, and I just add about a teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna cook these until they're nice and soft and tender. So this cassava is nicely done, very soft and tender. I drain it out, and now I'm gonna mash the cassava. So we're making a mashed cassava today instead of potatoes. If you can't find cassava, or if you're not a cassava fan, you can also substitute the cassava for some sweet potato or regular potatoes. So cassava have a very plain taste, but it goes very nice with some stew or anything with a lot of gravy or sauce. I'm gonna add some seasoning to give it a nice flavor. I'm going in with a little bit of paprika and salt. It's gonna add flavor and color. And I will add about 1.5 tablespoons of green seasoning. And we're gonna mix this up. So here is my delicious mashed cassava. It is looking very nice and delicious. If you never had this before, I hope you'll give it a try. It is so delicious. And I have a few ingredients here that I'm going to be adding to the fish before I fry them. So I have some green seasoning, some salt, some smoked paprika for flavor and a little bit of heat, and some black pepper. So we're gonna go in and add our salt for flavor. You can use any fish for the stew. Paprika, and our green seasoning. If you can't handle too much heat, you can leave the paprika out and just add some black pepper. So a nice amount of black pepper. And I'm gonna leave all the measurement in the description below for all the ingredients that I'm using today. So I like to go in with my hands, and I'm gonna give this a nice good mix. I just seasoned the fish, and I'm gonna let it rest for about 5 minutes or so. It can cook right away because what I noticed with fish, it is very tender, and if you marinate it for a long period of time, it becomes very mushy. So just about 5 minutes, or as it is, you can start the frying process. I lightly dust the fish with some flour, and I'm gonna fry them until they're nice and golden brown on both sides. I have everything set up to make my great snapper stew. I have here some 5 spice powder, salt, Maribori pepper. You can use any pepper of your choice, thyme, green onions, regular onions, cilantro, green seasoning that have some garlic, fine thyme, broad thyme, pepper, and green onions. I have some black pepper here, and I have some bell peppers, and I have here the beautiful fish, nicely done. We're gonna head on to the stove and put this delicious stew fish together. In the pan with about 1.5 tablespoons of oil, I added the onion and I saute the onion for a little bit. So now we're gonna add our thyme, and I'm gonna go in with some tomato paste. So about 2 heaping tablespoons of tomato paste. I like to cook out the rawness of the tomato paste. So I'm gonna let it cook a little bit in the onion and the thyme. So now that our tomato paste fried up a little, we're gonna go in with some Chinese sauce. I always add a little bit of Chinese sauce into my stew, about 1 tablespoon, and this helps to give a nice rich color and flavor to the stew. I'm gonna add our salt right here. I'm gonna add my water. That's just about 2 cups of water. We're gonna add our 5 spice powder now. And we're gonna let this simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. So right now we're gonna add our pepper. We're gonna add some green seasoning for extra flavor. And we're gonna go in with our bell peppers. And I'm just adding a few pieces of carrots because I like carrots in my stew. So our gravy has been cooking up nicely. We're gonna have a nice, rich, thick stew gravy today. I'm gonna add some black pepper in here. I'm gonna turn my stove on medium heat. And it smells so good already.
It smells amazing.
And we're gonna top it off with some green onions. And now I'm gonna start putting the fish into the sauce. So we're gonna let this soak up some of that goodness. Nice, delicious gray snapper stew, or stew snapper. And I always cook more than what my pot can handle, but I enjoy a really nice stew snapper. How about you, Matt?
Yeah.
I know this is one of your favorite. So we're gonna add this last piece here, and I start drooling already. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna top it off with some cilantro, and I'm just gonna let it on the heat for about 2 to 3 minutes, and this is ready. So here is my beautiful stew gray snapper, all nicely done. And I'm gonna serve this up with our mashed cassava. So here is my stew gray snapper served up with some mashed cassava. It is a beautiful meal to look at, and it's also a delicious one. So let's get over to do the taste test and reveal how everything tastes. Please leave in a comment and let me know what you think about this beautiful dish. Sister Shanna, I hope you like the recipe. This was your request today. Stew fish can go well with so many things. You can have it with some mashed potatoes or mashed sweet potato, cassava, boil and fry, some rice or some roti or any bread of your choice. So tonight I'm gonna go in for some of the cassava. Cheers to all my viewers and subscribers, and Sister Shanna, hope you like this recipe. Wow, the cassava is well seasoned, and when you find a good cassava, it always cooks so nice and soft, and it pairs up very well with the fish stew and the gravy. It is melting in my mouth. So if you're making this dish, please remember to well season your cassava. Oh my God, I can't stop eating from the cassava. So now I'm gonna go in for a piece of the gray snapper, and I just want to show how it looks from the inside. All the flavors are well married in here, and such a delicious piece of fish. I just love fish. So I'm gonna take a big bite of the fish. Cheers. What a beautiful meal. Well put together with so many flavor bursting out of everywhere. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will consider subscribing. Until then, I want to say thank you for your love and support. Stay blessed, stay safe. Love you guys. Bye for now.